Drama alert. I've never done one of these videos where we go over something kind of controversial, and I'm usually late on a lot of these things, but I figured it might be fun to do this for a change. So let's chat about the metafield situation. The post I first saw about it was from Patrick on Twitter, and it's gotten a fair amount of traction since it was posted, and it was quoted by a few prevalent people in the space. But the overall sentiment from every comment and post I saw was change bad. But let's read through what the actual changelog says so we have the context of everything going into this. So the official changelog entry states that as of API version 2026.04 and later, metafield writes will be limited to 16 kilobytes versus the original 2 megabytes, which this is actually a massive decrease in limits. If my math is correct, then this is over a 99% reduction in limits, which is just crazy to even say out loud. Apps using the API version 2026.01 and earlier will not be affected though. But if this change actually does stay as is, then of course at some point we're going to need to upgrade and have to deal with it at some point. So one important thing to call out here is that it states that large metafields will continue to be readable by all API versions, including future ones. So this won't immediately break existing metafields past that limit or anything like that, but you won't be able to update those values unless the value that you're updating it to is under that threshold of 16 kilobytes. Basically, larger metafields will go into a read-only state until that condition is satisfied. The main reasoning for the change that it states here is that large metafield limits negatively impact storefront performance, which this is a real problem. And more so, negatively impacting storefront performance is basically a cardinal sin in Shopify's books. That's why things like the checkout experience is so locked down and doesn't allow for customization outside of what they allow you to do, because they want to protect the merchant and customer experience above all else. So I do sympathize with this issue. I think it is a real problem, and this definitely wasn't a decision made in haste, at least in my opinion. And the fact that this did actually even make it into the changelog speaks to the severity of the core issue here of the impacted storefronts. The discussion continued on the Shopify forums, where Shopify can more easily chime in and actually have a conversation with developers. They were able to explain a little bit more about the reasoning behind the decision. And again, I think their concerns are 100% valid, and finding a solution is extremely important to them. So there was a good amount of discussion there and posts from developers kind of chiming in on their experience and how this would affect them. And the discussion kind of left off with this post from Darius, where he clarified a bit more on the challenges on their side when dealing with large metafields. He also confirmed that they're going to be contacting all of the affected Shopify apps and allow for scheduling time so that they can talk through their frustrations or their experience or how this affects them for their specific use cases. And he finishes off by highlighting that Shopify does actually want you to use and be able to rely on metafields and meta objects for data storage. So they are very much incentivized to make this change work for everyone, so that continues to be the case. So now that we understand the core issue and what is actually going to be changing here, let's take another look at the frustration and feedback from the community. So for a while now, Shopify has been encouraging app developers to use metafields and meta objects for their data storage needs, especially when it comes to data that needs to be retrieved from Shopify native places like the storefront and the various extensions. It's kind of a rule of thumb now that if you have an app and you need to access app data on the storefront or within a checkout extension or a theme app extension or something like that, you use metafields. That's what you reach for. That is the default. It's the best way to retrieve that data and much better than proxying through your own server. And that is exactly what Shopify has been telling app devs to do. So to us, in a sense, this kind of feels like a rug pull, where Shopify has been saying for a while, yes, use the metafields to store your app data. You don't need to use your own servers for this. And then it feels like they turn around and say, hey, I know we told you to do this, but we're actually going to reduce the data limits by 99%. So all of the apps that are crossing that threshold or are close to it, or even if you're not close to it, to kind of future-proof yourself against that, there has to be some refactoring done to change from using a single metafield to maybe splitting it up into multiple metafields, or using a more meta object centered approach like they recommend. So the actual limit reduction itself isn't as big of a deal as the fact that Shopify has been encouraging developers to do this one way and then making it so that they potentially have to refactor how they built their app based on the original suggestion. And in my opinion, it's one of those situations where it is a 100% completely valid concern and actual real issue that Shopify is trying to solve here. And they're going to figure out a way to make it right with the developers like they've already stated, so that this works for everybody. And luckily, one of the best things that Shopify does is listen to feedback from the community. And I promise this is not me just like glazing them, but every time I've seen an issue or a problem stem from some kind of change that Shopify has done, they have always listened to the feedback from developers. They have always rectified the situation in some way. And I also believe that's the experience for the majority of Shopify developers. So there it is. That is today's drama. That is the hot scoop of the day. And let me know in the comments what you think of this change. If you have an app that's actually affected by this, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experience and how this is going to affect you. I do have a client that has an app that is definitely going to be affected by this if the change goes through as planned. So yeah, I'd love to hear everyone else's thoughts on this. Other than that, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.